Have you ever considered that the way you start your day can have a significant impact on whether your diabetes is under control or worsening? Unbeknownst to them, many people have habits in the morning routine that disrupt their blood sugar levels, which in turn makes them feel exhausted and irritable throughout the day. That being said, it is entirely optional. Whatever you do first thing in the morning has a lasting impact on how your body manages blood sugar levels throughout the day. Your morning routine could be the source of your sluggishness, irritation, or lack of equilibrium. Here are 5 things you may do first thing in the morning to improve your energy levels, concentration, and ability to manage your diabetes. I hope you'll stay for the chance to improve your health in mornings. Number 1. Hydrate first thing in the morning. First thing you should do when you wake up is drink water. Envision this. All it takes to help control your diabetes is a glass of water. The advice of the esteemed nutritionist Stacy Woodson is to drink a glass or 2 of water first thing in the morning. The reason behind this is that it aids in reducing the concentration of glucose in the blood, which in turn allows the kidneys to excrete sugar more effectively. Maintaining steady blood sugar levels all day long is easier with this. Although it appears to be straightforward, its impact is profound. Hydration is an often overlooked yet vital component of diabetic care. What if, however, regular water isn't sufficient? Not a problem. Add some flavor by slicing in some cucumber, lemon, or fresh herbs. There is no added sugar, but your water will taste better and have a little more flavor and nutrients thanks to this. In order to better manage those unpredictable spikes and crashes, the American Diabetes Association has highlighted the persistent link between proper hydration and better glycemic control. Hydration has several positive effects on our bodies, including controlling our gastrointestinal health, keeping our blood pressure and temperature balanced, and protecting our joints from damage. Critical for diabetics, it maintains a healthy equilibrium of salt, vitamins, minerals, and hormones. Improving your balance and overall health is as easy as drinking a glass of water first thing in the morning. The increased loss of fluids through perspiration that comes with warmer temperatures might lead to an unintended rise in blood glucose levels. A key component of good diabetes management is maintaining optimal blood glucose levels, which is diluted by staying well hydrated. If you want to have a good day, make this habit a priority. Consistent energy, less hunger pangs, and improved mental clarity are all benefits of this supplement. Also, making it a point to drink water first thing in the morning is a great way to start the day off on the right foot by prioritizing your health. Then why not treat your body to a new beginning every day? Making sure you drink plenty of water first thing in the morning is a proactive step towards a better, more balanced life with diabetes. In terms of managing your diabetes and your general health, it's a minor change that will have a major influence. Number 2. Eat a protein and fiber-rich breakfast. The second most important thing to do first thing in the morning is to have a high-protein, high-fiber breakfast. A diabetic educator named Tracy Mell stresses the importance of avoiding carbs first thing in the morning. The foods we consume first thing in the morning have the power to influence our blood sugar levels all day long because of this sensitivity. Diabetics can make a world of difference by choosing a low-carb, high-protein, high-fiber breakfast. According to studies cited by specialists like McKelvey, eating a lower-carb breakfast stabilizes blood sugar levels throughout the day, including lunch and dinner. Another well-known nutritionist, Lisa Andrews, cites studies showing that women with type 2 diabetes had better blood sugar levels when they started the day with a low-carb breakfast rather than a low-fat one. A key point is highlighted by this: the quality of our macronutrients can be more important than their total calorie count. What, then, makes for a breakfast that's high in protein and fiber? Imagine a filling veggie omelet with a variety of colorful veggies and a dollop of mashed avocado on the side. On the other hand, think of how good peanut butter tastes on whole grain toast. Envision the deliciousness of Greek yogurt topped with a garnish of berries and walnuts. All of these options are great sources of protein and fiber, which work together to make you feel full and speed up digestion. A protein-rich breakfast aids with appetite management and keeps blood sugar levels constant, lowering the likelihood of increases following meals, according to studies published in journals like the Journal of Nutrition and Metabolism. In addition to helping with glucose management all day long and making you feel full, fiber plays a crucial function in regulating blood sugar. By opting for well-rounded breakfast options, you may prevent energy dips in the middle of the morning and prepare your body for long-term vitality. In addition to anecdotal evidence, regular clinical trials published in peer-reviewed journals provide credence to this method, demonstrating its efficacy in diabetes care. Instead of viewing breakfast as a daily struggle, try viewing it as a stepping stone toward a more manageable phase of life with diabetes. This meal, expertly prepared with protein and fiber, will support your physical health and elevate your overall well-being. Use breakfast as a tool to stay in control and have better, more productive mornings from now on. Number 3. Keep caffeine in check. Limiting caffeine consumption is the next item on our list of morning routines. Many of us can't fathom going a day without our beloved coffee. It helps us focus and gets us out of bed. That invigorating cup, meanwhile, may not be without its caveats for diabetics. According to some studies, a temporary increase in blood sugar levels can occur after ingesting more than 250 milligrams of caffeine, which is around 2.5 cups of coffee. Why? The secretion of adrenaline and other hormones causes the liver to release glucose that it has stored in its cells into the bloodstream, which in turn causes blood sugar levels to rise. People with diabetes must be aware that coffee might have varying effects on their condition. In healthy adults, caffeine may not have much of an impact on glucose levels. However, those who suffer from type 2 diabetes frequently find that their blood sugar and insulin levels rise after consuming coffee. Keep up with your morning routine for the time being. Calmness and punctuality are paramount. To assist control such spikes, have your favorite beverage with a balanced meal. To counteract the effects of caffeine, consuming meals high in protein can reduce the rate at which glucose is absorbed into the bloodstream. Why not try Profi, which is simply coffee blended with a scoop of protein powder, if you're short on time? With the added bonus of protein, you may enjoy the soothing effects of coffee in a balanced combination. Because protein slows digestion and moderates carbohydrate absorption, adding it not only improves flavor but also reduces blood sugar rises. When it comes to keeping your blood sugar under control throughout the morning rush, one little adjustment can make a big difference. Caffeine use should also be closely monitored as part of a comprehensive strategy for managing diabetes, according to reputable research and publications from organizations like the Mayo Clinic and the American Diabetes Association. When developing a well-rounded strategy for something as commonplace and complicated as caffeine intake, their insights are priceless. So, have your morning coffee as usual, but spice it up a bit. To avoid starting the day on the wrong foot, make it protein-packed and eat it as part of a nutrient-dense breakfast. By making these little, deliberate changes, you can regain command of your life and approach each day with enthusiasm and focus. I have a question for you before we go ahead with the video. Please subscribe if you enjoyed this post and would want to receive daily updates with more helpful tips and insights for controlling diabetes. Assistance is our sincere desire. Number 4. Get moving. The fourth habit that can change your life is moving more. Exercise is only one benefit of physical activity, it also plays an important role in controlling diabetes. Fast and effective support for healthy blood sugar levels can be achieved by incorporating movement into your morning routine. Muscles burn glucose for energy when you work them, which means your blood glucose levels will go down. You also need not devote yourself to an exhaustive exercise regimen. Even a short workout like yoga, stretching, or a brisk walk can have a big impact. Many people can benefit from this strategy because research shows that moderate intensity exercise soon after eating lowers post-meal glucose levels. A 40% reduced risk of cardiovascular disease was observed in diabetic women who engaged in moderate to intense exercise for at least 4 hours per week, according to the research. In addition to helping your heart, this kind of exercise keeps your blood sugar levels steady. The question then becomes, how can you incorporate activity into your morning routine without feeling forced? Warm up your muscles with some stretches or ease your mind and body with a little yoga session. For those who thrive in nature, a vigorous stroll can stimulate your senses and rev up your metabolism all at once. Beyond regulating blood sugar levels, regular physical activity has many other positive effects. It's the cornerstone of all-encompassing diabetic care, and it comes with benefits like reduced stress, enhanced memory, better sleep, increased mood, and lower cholesterol. Plus, there's nothing like waking up feeling prepared and successful. Regular moderate exercise is an important part of diabetes management, according to multiple credible authorities. These sources include the American Diabetes Association and the Mayo Clinic. Managing your blood sugar and improving your quality of life are both achieved through frequent physical activity. Incorporating movement into your morning routine not only aids in diabetes management, but it also improves your overall well-being, enhances your energy levels, and boosts your self-esteem. A little bit of your time will pay you big time. Of course. Let's keep fixing the punctuation and making sure the content flows nicely. Number 5. Have an earlier dinner. When you eat dinner before 7 p.m., your blood sugar levels in the morning will be much lower, says Hernandez, a registered dietitian who specializes in women's health. Give your body the time it needs to properly reduce post-meal glucose levels by giving it at least 2 or 3 hours to wind down before bed. The evidence for this approach is strong. Eating breakfast can help people with insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes better control their blood sugar levels. Though additional research with longer time frames are necessary, the findings thus far are astonishing. Adopting a dinner time that is earlier goes beyond simply shifting your eating habits. It provides your digestive system with a strategic benefit, easing the load as it gets ready for sleep. Your body's internal clock, or circadian rhythms, affects your metabolism and general health, and this timing helps bring it into harmony. Think about how much better your day would be after you have a healthy dinner and then relax with some reading, some light activities, or quality time with your family. Better control of blood sugar and general health are both improved by this. Also, if you eat your meal early, you won't be as likely to graze late at night, which means less chance of those pesky blood sugar spikes. This recommendation comes from established health organizations like the Mayo Clinic. More time for modest exercise, like walking, after dinner helps with digestion and metabolic efficiency. For better blood sugar levels first thing in the morning, alter your supper time to maximize your body's capacity to digest meals. This change shows how important timing and nutrition are for a successful diabetes management strategy. In the long run, eating dinner earlier helps with blood sugar regulation, gets you ready for a good night's sleep, and gives you more energy to tackle the day. On the road to a healthy, balanced lifestyle, this small change will pay huge returns. Once you make this a regular part of your schedule, you will notice big changes. Marbled steak. One of the most notorious meats that diabetics should avoid is marbled steak, therefore let's talk about it. A succulent steak may sound like the ideal supper option, but watch out for the high fat level and the white marbling that runs through the flesh. The majority of this marbling is saturated fat. Why is saturated fat such a controversial topic? Managing diabetes is already challenging enough without adding inflammation and insulin resistance to the mix. Consuming a lot of red meat, especially cuts like these, can increase the risk of developing diabetes and other chronic diseases. These cuts include saturated fat, which might make insulin sensitivity worse and make it more difficult for the body to control blood sugar levels. The Journal of the American College of Cardiology reported a study that made people think twice about eating marbled steak since eating a lot of red meat increases the risk of type 2 diabetes and coronary heart disease. Steak fans, however, should not despair. You can still include steak in your diet if you watch what you eat. Select leaner cuts, such sirloin, that include less visible fat, as they have less of an effect on blood sugar levels. Do not overdo it. If you're trying to eat healthier but still want to satisfy your cravings, try eating a smaller piece every now and then. A small serving of marbled steak, only 3 ounces, contains a lot of healthy nutrients, including 300 calories, 24 grams of protein, and a substantial 24 grams of fat, 11 grams of which are saturated fat, all without any carbs. The problem arises when considering the fat content, despite its apparent attractiveness. It also has a low salt content, which is important for diabetics to watch. Making thoughtful choices and living life to the fullest are the keys to success. Discovering which foods promote greater health is an ongoing process, and I'm here to assist you every step of the way. You can gain control of your diabetes and lead a better, more balanced life by making educated decisions about what you eat. That being said, the next time you're craving steak, keep an eye out for leaner cuts and enjoy each bite with intention. Finding a happy medium and making decisions that help you on your health journey are the most important things. Fried fish. Diabetics should exercise caution while eating fried fish, so let's look at another meat option. For those with diabetes, eating fish alone is a terrific way to get the lean protein you need. Things change, though, if you fried it. For a few reasons, fried fish can be especially problematic for diabetic management. First, adding fat while frying greatly increases caloric intake, which may lead to weight gain and make diabetes treatment even more challenging. While the increase in calories may not be noticeable at first glance, they do mount up and make it more difficult to maintain a healthy blood sugar level. Also, you might not expect to eat so many carbs from the breading or batter that goes into frying fish. You may end up with an erroneous carb total for the day because these carbs are hard to define. When you're attempting to maintain a steady state, this volatility can derail your meticulous control of blood sugar levels. Examining the figures in greater detail, we find there are around 200 calories and 13 grams of protein in just 3 ounces of fried fish. Not only does it include 11 grams of total fat, 2 grams of which are saturated fat, but the real killers are the 15 grams of carbs and an insane 484 milligrams of salt. Diabetics must manage their blood pressure to avoid cardiovascular complications, thus that sodium level is very worrisome. Research published by the American Heart Association suggests that fried fish and other foods high in sodium and trans fats are not the best options for persons managing diabetes since they increase the risk of heart disease. There are healthier options for fish lovers. Fish cooks in a variety of healthy ways, including baking, grilling, or steaming, that keep it nutritious without adding calories or bad fats. To avoid the unhealthy consequences of frying while still getting that wonderful crunch, try baking with a little coating of whole grain breadcrumbs or herbs. You can eat the fish you love and still keep your diabetes under control by making a few key adjustments to the way you cook it. Making good decisions and doing all you can to help your health in the long term are the most important things. Never give up on your health goals just because you want to enjoy some tasty food. Deli meat. We will now go on to deli meat as another type of meat that diabetics should be careful with. Deli meats have their own unique set of difficulties, particularly for people attempting to control their diabetes, despite their widespread perception as an easy and fast way to add protein to sandwiches. A major issue with deli meats is the amount of sodium they contain. Particularly for diabetics, the high sodium content in processed meats can lead to hypertension, a major risk factor for cardiovascular disease. The use of chemicals like nitrates is also common in deli meats. When it comes to controlling blood sugar levels, these chemicals are the last thing you want because they may interfere with normal insulin production or possibly cause insulin resistance. Here are some common deli meat nutrition facts. A mere 2 ounces can provide approximately 165 calories, 29 grams of protein, and 4.5 grams of fat, 2 of which are saturated. Although there are no carbs at 0 grams, there are 345 milligrams of sodium, which might be problematic for people trying to limit their salt consumption. Researchers have shown that the chemicals and sodium levels in processed meats raise the risk of type 2 diabetes, which further highlights the importance of being cautious, according to studies published in the Diabetes Care Journal. What are some healthy sandwich alternatives if you're a sandwich fanatic? Try to find lunch meats that are reduced in salt and have few additives. Low sodium, or nitrate-free, alternatives are now available in many delis. Regularly request nutritional information or read labels while you're at the deli. Growing and butchering your own meat is another option. When you cook and slice your own chicken or turkey, you have complete control over the ingredients, so it's always a healthier option. Modifications of this kind can greatly influence your path to better health in the long run. By choosing better options, you may control your blood sugar levels and work towards a diet that is better for your heart. May I ask you a question before we go ahead with the video? If you're interested in receiving more daily ideas and insights on managing diabetes efficiently, please subscribe if you found this post helpful. Helping you is our top priority. Bacon. We'll start with bacon, a breakfast staple that many love but which diabetics should eat with caution. Although it may not cause a rapid increase in blood sugar levels as carbohydrates do, the high saturated fat and additive content of bacon can have long-term negative effects on health and the body's capacity to control blood sugar levels. The World Health Organization classifies processed meats like bacon as Group 1 hazardous. In other words, it has been linked to a higher chance of developing cancer. Bacon also has the potential to promote inflammation, which is worrisome because inflammation exacerbates diabetes and other long-term health problems. The 129 calories and 9 grams of protein in just 3 slices of bacon are enough to make anyone wary about eating too much of this processed meat. On the other hand, it has a hefty salt level of 411 milligrams and 10 grams of fat, 3 grams of which are saturated. Particularly worrisome for diabetics is the fact that sodium consumption can lead to hypertension, a risk factor for cardiovascular disease. According to an article on Healthline, eating a lot of processed meats, such as bacon, might increase inflammation and the risk of getting type 2 diabetes. Because of this link, bacon is not a good option for people with diabetes who are attempting to control their condition. Then, what other options do we have? Turkey bacon and other plant-based bacon substitutes are lower in saturated fat and salt, but still have all the bacon flavor and texture you love. With less danger to your health, they can nevertheless provide that delicious crunch. In order to eat healthily and keep to a balanced diet, you must be careful about the processed meats you consume. Bacon is a delicious snack, but it can have negative effects on your health if you don't know what those effects are. Grilled skin on poultry. Here we will examine grilled skin on poultry, which may appear to be a healthy option but might actually cause complications for diabetes. Many people rave about the lean protein in chicken and other birds, but there's a catch, especially when the skin is still on. Saturated fat, which is abundant in poultry skin, is known to raise inflammation and insulin resistance. Diabetics should exercise caution while eating skin on poultry since it increases insulin resistance, which is a major worry for individuals managing their condition. The way the food is cooked is even more worrisome. Chicken cooked at high temperatures, such as when grilled, actually raises the risk of diabetes and makes its control more difficult. Why? Grilling and other high-heat cooking techniques produce dangerous byproducts called advanced glycation end products, AGEs, which can exacerbate diabetes symptoms by promoting inflammation. In terms of nutrition, a 4-ounce serving of grilled skin on chicken contains around 209 calories, along with 21 grams of protein and 14 grams of fat, 4 of which are saturated. The sodium concentration is 71 milligrams, which is rather small, but it does not contain carbs. But since saturated fat contributes to insulin resistance, that's where our attention should be directed. It is crucial to select the healthiest protein and cooking method because studies referenced by the National Institutes of Health show that high-heat cooking methods pose dangers. If chicken is an essential part of your diet, then what are you to do? To reduce the formation of AGEs, choose skinless cuts and cook at lower temperatures using methods like baking, steaming, or roasting. Poultry is a better option for people controlling their blood sugar levels since these procedures preserve its nutritious value. You should make well-informed choices on your diet. You may eat all your favorite foods without sacrificing your health if you opt for skinless poultry and cook it in a healthier way. Always keep in mind that the key to successfully managing diabetes is to make thoughtful decisions that contribute to your overall health and wellness. When you arm yourself with knowledge, you may make dietary changes that can help you manage your diabetes more effectively. Plant-based proteins. While we're on the topic of diabetic-friendly foods, let's swing by a powerful and beneficial side topic: the advantages of plant-based proteins, such as nuts, seeds, beans, and legumes. These plant-based alternatives to animal proteins are nutritious powerhouses that can significantly improve diabetes management, despite the many advantages of animal proteins. Legumes, nuts, seeds, and beans are great sources of protein, fiber, and many other nutrients. In this case, this fiber truly shines. It aids insulin by reducing the blood sugar response, which gives it more time to accomplish its job. As a result, you won't experience the sharp increases in blood sugar levels that typically occur after eating. Take a look at the numbers. There are about 165 calories and 10 grams of protein in just 1/4 cup of these plant proteins. As a protein source, They are ideal for those with diabetes because they contain 0 grams of fat, which is extremely rare. The fiber content reduces the impact of the approximately 32 grams of carbohydrates by slowing the absorption process. With only 5 milligrams of sodium, these options are not only low in salt but also good for your heart. An important part of diabetes care is maintaining a healthy weight, and research highlighted by the American Diabetes Association shows that eating more plant-based proteins can help with both of these goals. These foods can be easily and deliciously incorporated into your meals. For a crunchy salad topping, try almonds or sunflower seeds. To amp up the protein and fiber content of soups and stews, try blending in some legumes. You can keep your meals interesting and diabetes-friendly by using beans and lentils as a base for a variety of dishes. You won't have to sacrifice flavor if you avoid processed meats that are rich in fat. If you want to keep your blood sugar levels in control while still getting the nutrition your body needs, plant-based proteins are a great choice. By making well-informed decisions and adopting a plant-based diet, you may improve your health and achieve a better balance in your life. Never forget that taking charge of your diabetes is an exciting new adventure full of opportunities to grow and make positive changes that will have a lasting impact on your well-being.